Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. I'm going to be talking in this video about like the top 5 things that I personally hope we see in Albion in the future. So we're just going to get straight into it. None of this is confirmed, none of this is like hidden things as to what's going to happen in the future. It's just what I would like to see introduced to the game. So let's get into it. The first one, seasons. So obviously this would require number changing and things like that, and constant updates. Things like the current roadmap, the 3 months every time there's going to be a major update. That whole ideology suits seasons so well. You go into this every time there's a content update, have like a week gap and then change it into a new season. It gets that whole release buzz going again, and as long as there's still content, you don't get into the Diablo 3 style of things where you're kind of going to be stuck in a hole and it's just you're doing a season for the sake of doing a season. You're giving something new every time, you're giving something to look forward to. I think this could be really, really fun. It would breathe a little bit of life into the game every time one of them seasons comes out. And as long as it's advertised well and it's done well, I genuinely think you can have such a hype experience around that. So seasons, I don't think they need to be any shorter than like 3 months. That's still quite a long time. And obviously, like you said, you would have the new content with that every time. But yeah, so my first thoughts, definitely I think seasons would be really, really cool if moved in properly. And yeah, so number 2 is relic weapons. Now, relic weapons, we already know they're coming to the game, but what I don't want is for them just to be like the next tier of weapons. I don't want to see another Hell Artifact tier. I want relic weapons to be something of epic proportions. I want them to be... So, one thing I've noted down is I only want them to be tier 6 to tier 8. Now, the reason for that is... You look at Hell Artifacts, you look at normal artifacts, you look at Wailing Bows, for example. So I got a Wailing Bow within like 2 weeks of playing a game in beta. So I just started the game, I did a red Hellgate, or did a Hellgate, obviously they weren't distinguished at the time, but I did a Hellgate, killed the boss dropped me a tier 8 Wailing Bow, and I thought, you know what, luck's in, I've just made a fortune, I'm going to buy all my gear, I'm going to buy a load of resources and get my crafting up. I was planning to spend millions, and actually I got about 1.5 mil for it because no one wanted to use a tier 8 weapon in Zerg v Zerg or open world or anything like that, because well, what's the point? You don't want to lose something like that when you can use a tier 6, not lose too much in that scenario, and it's just a lot cheaper, a lot less sketchy to use. And I only want to get, like, I want these relic weapons to kind of be game changers. When they're used, you know that someone's real try-harding if the relic weapons come out, that sort of thing. They have to be extreme. They can't just be some little, I don't know, they can't just be some, like, throwaway weapon that you're going to use. This is like the once-in-a-lifetime relic weapons. I want them to be as rare as, like, the raid mounts. You see a raid mount at the moment and go, that looks amazing, that looks really cool. I want someone to look at my weapon being a relic weapon and being like, damn, that guy's got a relic weapon. That's insane, that's crazy, and they have to be something epic. So that's something that could be really cool. The third thing I've got is another weapon type per tree. So I've noted down a couple of like examples that I've thought about already. I haven't put too much thought into this, just things that have come off the top of my head. The first one, things like a scythe, as in like a small little pickaxe type thing. For hunters, you dual wield them. Could have like bleed abilities, could have sort of snares, things like that. A gap closer similar to like Shadow's Edge, we've already seen that being able to do. You could do so much with them. Like for warrior, you could have dual axes similar to like the dual the dual swords. You could have dual axes as something completely different to actually just axes, that's built around certain things. You could have similar to like the necromancer Morgana mages, the ones that summon the bats. I don't know how it'd work, and that would be a very, very hard one to bring into the game, but something like that can summon maybe bats or pets that do things for you, that could be really, really cool. In fact, that would be game changing. That would be so awesome, something like that. We could have like a hunter weapon that's for turret, that has turrets, similar to how we see with like the bosses when they get their turrets. When you kill like a rare boss or something like that. There's so much you could do with just adding other weapons, and it would really change up the game. It doesn't even have to be things like artifacts, something like that. It just has to be more weapon trees, and more weapons in each tree. That you've got so much room for expansion there, and that would be really cool to see. Cosmetics. Now, me personally, I don't know about you guys, I've spoke to a couple of people about this, so I just want to ask the question to some people. You look at my sarcophagus here, has that bluey tinge to it, and I think that looks awesome compared to like a normal sarcophagus that's just a bit meh. And it does look really cool. You look at these dual daggers, that nice red glow looks awesome. They look nasty, they look evil. My bloodletter, obviously bloodletter's not the greatest model in the game, but still having that red tinge to it looks really cool. I think you could get so much out of this with like cosmetics. You could have so much with this. In fact, this could realistically be its own craft. You could have a whole crafting spec off cosmetics. People being able to craft them or enchant them or things like that to make my weapon, I don't know, glow green or whatever. Or be increased in size, or you could do so much with it, and it would be really, really cool to see different things done with cosmetics. Because at the moment, I don't feel like there's too much room for cosmetics outside of just get higher tier and your armor will typically look better. Especially since like I'm at a point where I'm running around in tier 6.1 gear. It's cheaper for me to use tier 6.1 gear than it is for me to use tier 7 gear. So why would I ever go to tier 7 gear? And that means that I'm not getting the looks of the tier 7 gear. So things like that, even if it's like a transmogrify similar to WoW, that sort of system, that could be quite cool. But you could do so much with cosmetics in this game. I kind of just want to see them used a little bit more. And finally, the one of the fifth thing that I would like to see in Albion is more solo friendly content. I get this game is about group play, it's about teamwork, zergs, and all that sort of stuff, alliances, guilds. It is built around that. However, there really isn't very much solo friendly content, and actually some of the most fun stuff I've done in this game, soloing a Hellgate. That was a great time. I really enjoyed it. Soloing the big like rare spawn bosses, not the rare spawn, the resource spawn bosses. I've done a couple of them. That was really fun. You do different things, and it's really fun to do. But obviously it is a sandbox, so I'm making my own content with it. But having some more solo-friendly content out there would be really cool. Having a solo queuable arena is actually really fun. That's a really cool thing to have, because I mean I can queue into it now. 5 minutes I'm in an arena, and that's awesome. More stuff like that is kind of the right direction. So guys, tell me in the comments below, what is your most looked forward to or most wanted feature within Albion? I'm really interested to hear. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that normal stuff, and catch you later guys. Goodbye.